from Seattle. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn that. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the one that...
56, right there, 56.
Now it's Carson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A 6-yard pick.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. Mike 56.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made at his 40.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Carson. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
14.
On first down, it's Carson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. That's out to the left and complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down.
14.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. Take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Breeze now to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
First down.
Now Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Breeze will try again on second down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Breeze again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
Lining up for the point after.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 24-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Blue Dan, blue Dan. Friday, 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 Friday. 56 is Mike.
On second down now. It's Carson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Carson on the carry.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Check 50, check 50. Alert, 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 alert.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. On first down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
A 1-yard pickup.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Got to give a lot of credit on that one, making a first down out of a play that looks like it wasn't going to get there. Ended up breaking tackles, getting his way upfield, getting the yardage. But I have to admit, it's a little disappointing defensively. Had him dead to rights, unable to get him on the ground. Kind of reminded me of myself back when I was playing. Too many missed tackles.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Wilson on the keeper, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Russell Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push.
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
It's a gain.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move them.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 47 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Seahawks 23, Saints 7. Jason.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Breeze. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Sanders, incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 23. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And Myers winds up yanking it. This is no good. Wide to the left. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Breeze on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. Able to find Harris, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
21.
Breeze now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. It's Breeze. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Breeze here finding Kamara. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's third down.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. To throw, it's Breeze. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees taking it in. And the Saints get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Seahawks 23, Saints 13. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They run it with Carson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
By DeMario Davis. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Wilson with the hand.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
To the 48-yard
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They get this out quickly to the left side, but he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Yellow lady, check, check, check. Ready. Whip. Watch the whip.
On first down, Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Breeze now to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Breeze to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
He certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The fake punt gets them 13 yards. A huge play on special teams. It's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
What? 30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
Check. Alert.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up